Hello, you're with me, the voice of ability for persons with disability. United Nations statistics estimate that over 600 million people live with disability globally, and over 400 million people live with disability in Africa. 40% of Africa's population are made up of people living with disability. 10 to 15% of school-age children in Africa live with disability. Ghana's population is over 32 million, and 8% are people living with disability. How does this impact on persons with disability in terms of policy formulation, marriage and family life, education, healthcare, employment, and so on? For those of us in the disability community, discrimination and stigmatization is the root cause of almost every challenge we face. However, success only comes to those who know how to overcome their challenges and not those who know how to avoid challenges. So join me, the voice of ability and for persons with disability, as I navigate my way through the riveting stories, the unbelievable experiences, and the life-transforming journeys of persons with disability on the Helping Hand TV show. Hello and welcome to another exciting edition of the Helping Hand TV show, where we seek to throw the spotlight on the abilities of persons with disability. And like I say, you're welcome. Welcome to my world where disability is not inability. Special thanks to DV Unlimited Company Limited and FCC Fire State Chapel, my proud sponsors. Special thanks goes to you also for tuning in every weekend. We have a special edition today. We are continuing our interview with Mr. Yao Ofori Debra. I'm going to go for a quick commercial break. When I come back, we'll continue with that exciting discussion with Mr. Debra.
We'll be right back.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You are with me, the voice of ability on the air for persons with disability. And today I want to introduce you to someone with so much ability. Some people call her the greatest friend. Others call her the sweet companion. And others still call her the faithful worker. She is dependable, reliable, and adorable. And she's committed to lending you a helping hand anytime, anywhere. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome DV Cleaners.
DV Cleaners Alata Samana Shower Gels. DV Cleaners Aloe Vera Shower Gels. DV Cleaners Body Lotions. DV Cleaners Hair Shampoos. DV Cleaners Hair Conditioners. DV Cleaners Liquid Detergents. DV Cleaners Hand Wash. DV Cleaners Floor Cleaners. DV Cleaners Toilet Cleaners. DV Cleaners Cake Soaps. And now introducing DV Cleaners Hand Sanitizers. For bulk purchase, call us on +233 278 308 246 or +233 244 467 326. DV Cleaners, one of the topmost made in Ghana products. DV Cleaners, proudly Ghanaian.
And so remember that anytime you purchase any of the DV Cleaners range of products, you are lending a helping hand to a person with disability, and you are supporting H4P organization's special advocacy for persons with disability. DV Cleaners,
nature's finest touch.
Previously on the Helping Hand TV show,
I became part of the disability struggle. At the time, I was a student at Wenchi Secondary School in Bono region. And I'm happy to say that today, that initiative that I led has become a permanent support for all students with disability. And now it is called the Disability Bursary. So you can enjoy that disability bursary as well as any loan facility that extends to all students, irrespective of your status or your condition. So that was my first step to champion the disability cause, and my first achievement that I chalked as a contribution to improving conditions of persons with disability in Ghana. So after completing my university course, I joined the Ghana Association of the Blind. That was in 1995. Yes, and as a district leader of a branch of Ghana Association of the Blind. In other words, Ghana Association of the Blind had started creating district branches, and I chanced to be the first president of a district branch. So these people also felt that people have been talking for them, but they can also speak to their own issues. So they decided that they should form an association that will advocate for blind people in the country. Hence the formation of Ghana Association of the Blind in 1963. People got to know how effective I was as a district president. So in the year 2000, I contested for National Vice President's position of Ghana Association of the Blind, and I was elected. So from 2001 to 2004, I was the National Vice President of Ghana Association of the Blind. Again, my hard work also excited our membership. So December 2004, I was elected as the substantive president of Ghana Association of the Blind. So my tenure started from 2005 to 2008. I realized that there are so many laws in Ghana that are in the shelves gathering that people don't even know they exist. So one day I talked to myself that, so now we have the law, and should we allow it to also suffer the fate of existing laws that exist but people do not know about it? And I said no. So what I decided to do was that I called my board members and told them that we should find a way of ensuring that people get to know there is a law protecting persons with disability, and if they violate it, the long hands of the law will catch them up. So we decided that there should be a national celebration of the passage of the law. So under my leadership, we instituted the National Disability Day. And we have been celebrating it since 2007, a year after the passage of the Act. So today, if you hear GFT having NDD as a major calendar activity, it was the dream that I had, supported by my board then, and supported by all the organizations that we have NDD today. So we decided that every year, 23rd June, we also organize the National Disability Day as a way of not only celebrating the passage, but to also afford us the opportunity to assess the impact of the law on the lives of persons with disability.
So that's very interesting. I go ahead to ask my guest, as the board chair of the National Council, what his responsibilities entail.
So the responsibility of the council is basically to advise government, in other words, the minister in charge of disability affairs, on policies and programs and legislations about matters of disability. So our main work is to advise government on policies, programs, legislations, and other things. And again, the council is to coordinate disability organizations, disability issues in Ghana. Yeah. And apart from that, it serves as a consultative agent for every sector of government and also even private sector. So that is the basic work of the council. When I took over the council, I think what I realized was that, in fact, the council had been in existence for some years. That is from 7th April 2009 to the time I took over. But the council had not been able to do any significant thing, all because it did not even have its own staff. Majority of the staff there were seconded from social welfare, even including even the then acting executive secretary. So I first made sure that we have substantive secretary. So that's why we put forward Madam Esther Jemfi, who is also a person with disability. So we have done a lot to improve the operational work of the council. Yeah, because now we have about 18 staff, 12 of whom are our own staff. And then we have been able to work out an organogram. So now we have various units and directories and units. And now we also, in fact, all sectors of government are consulting the council for advice. And in fact, we have been able to do, and now even the council is now leading the reenactment of the Disability Act. We passed the law at the time the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disability had not come into effect. So we realized that, in fact, comparing our acts, our domestic acts, with the UN Convention, we realized that there are so many gaps that had to be filled in our acts. So, for example, the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disability is able to identify the specific needs of categories of persons with disability. For example, in the UN CRPD, there are articles dealing with children, articles dealing with women, articles dealing with youths. But the act, our domestic act, just lump all of us together. So as if we don't have our age-specific needs. So that is one area that the reenactment is supposed to correct. Then in the UN Convention, there is a provision on disaster and risk management. It urges governments to act to save the interest of PWDs in events of disaster and risk. But the act does not The Domestic Act does not make any provision for that. Then we also talk about even political participation. It doesn't specifically mention it, and several others. So we realize that there is the need to reenact it so that we bring all these missing links into the reenactment.
Obviously, listening to Mr. Debra, my next question was that why the delay in the reenactment?
You know, it is a process that had to be led by government. So minister after minister, sometimes you may get a minister whose interest may not be so sharp on it. You get a minister who's very concerned and that kind of thing. So now we have been able to push it to and I must thank civil society organization, the UN agency in Ghana, UNDP, Site Savers. They have all contributed to bring the reenactment process to a very important stage where now we have the cabinet memo prepared. So it is our expectation that the minister in charge of gender today will be able to push it to cabinet for adoption. Because at the moment, the council, the federation, and Site Savers, they have all done a lot of work at the parliamentary level. They have oriented parliamentarians to the new act, so that as soon as it reaches there, they had full knowledge of, so that it will not waste much time there. So it is our hope that the minister will push it to cabinet. And we have also not stopped at just leaving it in the hands of the minister. We are also doing a lot of work beyond her, so that the president gets to know it, appreciates it, and do something about it for us.
Well, that's an interesting one. I'm sure we would make time to pick up that issue again with Mr. Debra. But I went on to ask Mr. Debra the state of disability issues in Ghana, because we need to assess the state of disability issues. How are we doing in Ghana? What are we doing in Ghana? And how far are we away from the aim we want to achieve? So I asked my guest about the state of disability issues in Ghana.
Well, I must say that disability situation today is a far cry from disability situation yesterday. When I say yesterday, I mean in the past. In fact, we cannot say that situation has been static. We have seen a lot of changes and opportunities. For example, when it comes to education, despite problems or challenges that we have opportunities to rise to the highest level. When it comes to employment, it's another big problem area. But still, we can say that a lot of PWDs have been able to make their way into various avenues of employment. Civil service, Ghana Education Service, and even some corporate bodies. So it is not a hopeless situation, but we need to push the boundary further. Then when it comes to social attitudes, in fact, social attitudes remains largely problematic, because it looks like individuals' attitude to disability is too slow to change. So sometimes it depends upon individuals how they are able to use their own lives to impress, before somebody will get an individual recognition. But generally speaking, attitudes are very, very problematic in Ghana.
We'll be right back.
Success is a product of hard and wise work. Here's 60-second success with the bishop. Stay tuned.
Welcome. Welcome to 60 Second Success with the Bishop, where I give you success nuggets for a successful life. To be successful, you must keep moving forward, no matter what. Don't let your past dictate your present. Neither allow your past to influence your future. If you would arrive safely on your success journey, you must learn not to live from your past. Your past victories are supposed to remain in your past, just as your past failures are supposed to remain in your past. Remember that it is so difficult moving forward whilst looking backwards. To be successful, you must strive to live from your passion and not from your past. No matter what your past looks like, whether good or bad, your future holds more prospects and greater things. Keep moving forward. And if for any reason you have to pause, be sure your feet is on the right place and then stand firm, gather the needed momentum and move on again. It has taken 60 seconds for me to give you this success tip, but it will take more than 60 seconds for you to put it to work in your life. So start your journey to success now.
And I also welcome Bishop Dr. Charles to Kenya as well. Kindly extend H4P to Kenya. Your work is clearly seen, and your work is clearly seen, and your work is clearly seen. Thank you so much. May God bless you. May God bless H4P. Thank you.
I know at H4P we are proudly Ghanaian. Proudly
Yes.
Ghanaian.
Yes.
And I borrow from Kwame Nkrumah, our founder, when he says that the independence of Ghana is meaningless except it is connected, it's tied to the independence of other African nations. So we cannot stay only in Ghana as H4P, doing what we can do in Ghana, but we spread our tentacles to the rest of Africa and even outside Africa, because we believe that to build a disability community that has dignity, it has to go all over, right?
Definitely.
So this is why we do this show, to bring dignity to disability, to bring hope to those who are hopeless. So all those who contribute to H4P through our mobile money system, thank you so much for helping us do this job. God richly bless you. If you are not yet part of those who help H4P through the mobile money system, I think it's time for you to decide to be a help to the Helping Hand TV show.
You can also support H4P in bringing dignity to disability. Give today via our MTN mobile money on +233 596 313 338. The name is H4P. You can also send your donations via bank transfer. Fidelity Bank Ghana Limited, Rich Towers Branch, Accra, Ghana. Account name is H4P Helping Hand Project Fund. The account number is 20900 308 70805. You can also visit our website h4porganization.org for more information. Thank you and God richly bless you. H4P, bringing dignity to disability. H4P, perfection is our passion.
Welcome back.
Well, I go ahead to ask Mr. Yao Ofori Debra. I asked him, in his opinion, what he thinks is the number one pressing issue for persons with disability.
Their number one concern now is employment. You see, now the youths with disability have realized that it is education and employment that can improve their living conditions. And they have accepted that challenge. So today, if you go to various institutions of learning, higher institutions of learning, a lot of PWD youths with disabilities are there. They go to Legon, UCC, University of Education, Winneba. You can mention them. And they are there in their numbers, all in the hope that when they are able to acquire academic and professional qualification, they will be able to start a meaningful life for themselves. So we wish that the government adopts disability policy, so disability employment policy. So like in Nigeria, as soon as you acquire your professional qualification and skills, you are automatically taken on board, because there is a policy by government that 5% of every employment sector should be persons with disability. That is the kind of policy that we need in Ghana to encourage more persons with disability to pursue academic, vocational, and technical education.
It's the music segment on the Helping Hand TV show.
Holy are you, Lord. All creation call you God, and worthy is your name. We worship your majesty. Holy are you, Lord. All creation call you God. Worthy is your name. We worship your majesty. Awesome God, how great thou art. You are God, mighty are your miracles. We stand in awe of your holy, holy name. Lord, we bow and worship you. Awesome God, how great you are. You alone are God. Mighty are your many miracles, and we stand in awe of your holy, holy name. Lord, we bow and worship you. Holy are you, Lord. All of creation call you God. You are worthy. Worthy is your name. We worship your majesty. Awesome God, you are so great, and you are God. Mighty are of your holy name. Lord, we bow down and worship you. Awesome God, how great thou art. You alone are God. Mighty are your miracles. We stand in awe of your holy, holy name. Lord, we bow down and worship you. Awesome God, you are so great. You are God all by yourself, and mighty are your miracles. We stand in awe of your holy name. Lord, we bow and worship you. And Lord, we bow down and worship you, 'cause there's nobody like you, Lord.
Welcome back.
Well, one of the major drivers of the economy, one of the major stakeholders in running the economy is the media. So I go ahead to ask my guest, Mr. Debra, what his thoughts are, his expectations are of the media.
Yeah, concerning the media, I thought the media, everybody knows, is the first state of the governance, and their voice and their pens are very powerful. So we would like the media to educate themselves more in disability matters and prosecute advocacy for persons with disability. We believe that things that government should do for us, things that the public should do for us, if they are failing in it, if they are defaulting in it, and the media takes them up, in fact, it will surely prompt government to be acting. Their silence on matters of disability is not helping the cause of disability at all. Sometimes it's regrettable that they choose to report on trivial matters affecting persons with disability. So when they realize, oh, some people in the streets, the way they are begging, sometimes if they chance on PWDs, themselves quarreling or like, it interests them more than reporting on the actual social needs of persons with disability. So we want the media to partner disability organizations to move disability issues upward in government circles, for not only to be heard, but to be acted upon. Thank you.
Well, definitely we are all involved, and we must all be involved in building our community, building our motherland, Ghana, especially those of us in the disability community. Well, thank you so much. This is where we draw the curtains on this special edition of the Helping Hand Show. We have been assessing the state of disability issues in Ghana. I know you have been enlightened. I know it has been interesting. I'm going to continue this subject from next week. But until then, let me say big thank you to H4P for their special advocacy for persons with disability, for always bringing us such insightful engagement and bringing dignity to disability. Let me say kudos to my sponsors, FCC, Fast Chapel, Vivian Limited, Company Limited. Thank you also goes to all those who contribute to H4P through the mobile money system. Thank you so much for helping us do what we do, giving a helping hand to the disability community. And like I always say, if you are not yet part of those who contribute to H4P through the mobile money system, prayerfully consider that so that you help us to continue doing this very good job that we are doing. So thank you so much. This has been a special edition of the Helping Hand TV show, assessing the state of disability issues in Ghana. I'm going to come your way again, same time next week. But until then, remember, disability is not inability. God richly bless you, and bye for now.
And I also welcome Bishop Dr. Charles to Kenya as well. Kindly extend H4P to Kenya. Your work is clearly seen, and your work is clearly seen, and your work is clearly seen. Thank you so much. May God bless you. May God bless H4P. Thank you.
I know at H4P we are proudly Ghanaian. Proudly
Yes.
Ghanaian.
Yes.
And I borrow from Kwame Nkrumah, our founder, when he says that the independence of Ghana is meaningless except it is connected, it's tied to the independence of other African nations. So we cannot stay only in Ghana as H4P, doing what we can do in Ghana, but we spread our tentacles to the rest of Africa and even outside Africa, because we believe that to build a disability community that has dignity, it has to go all over, right?
Definitely.
So this is why we do this show, to bring dignity to disability, to bring hope to those who are hopeless. So all those who contribute to H4P through our mobile money system, thank you so much for helping us do this job. God richly bless you. If you are not yet part of those who help H4P through the mobile money system, I think it's time for you to decide to be a help to the Helping Hand TV show.
You can also support H4P in bringing dignity to disability. Give today via our MTN mobile money on +233 596 313 338. The name is H4P. You can also send your donations via bank transfer. Fidelity Bank Ghana Limited, Rich Towers Branch, Accra, Ghana. Account name is H4P Helping Hand Project Fund. The account number is 20900 308 70805. You can also visit our website h4porganization.org for more information. Thank you and God richly bless you. H4P, bringing dignity to disability. H4P, perfection is our passion.
I love you, Lord, for your mercy never fails me, and all my days I've been held in your hand. From the moment that I wake up till I lay my head, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. All my life you have been faithful. All my life you have been so
have gone.